You know volume? You know volume? Volume, what's up, y'all? What's happening? What's up? Right here, right? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, it's about to go down. Hey, good looking out. I apologize how the show started off. Being from Youngstown, I started hearing some shit, and I did grab my gun to the back. I said, it's looking like it's about to get grimy up in here. It's feeling like it's about to get grimy up in here. Hey, give it up for Uncle Polly. Give it up for Uncle Polly. Give it up for him. You know what I'm saying? I just met him tonight. You know what I'm saying? I just met him tonight. You know, he a big dude. I thought I was decent size. And now I went up to him, I'm like, how much time do you want me to do? He was like, until I tell you to get off, nigga. I was like, alright, Suge. Alright, Suge. Suge in Akron right now, I can tell already. I said, so how much you gonna pay me? He like, who said I was paying you? I was like, I know, right? You ain't paying me. And I know right now, a lot of y'all looking at me like, what the hell race is his ass? What is he? It's confusing. I know my hair ain't giving you no clues. Ain't giving you no clues. You over there like, man, he white, but he sound black. I don't understand what it is. I'm biracial. My mother's white, my father's black. Give it up for me. Being biracial, I love it. I love it, because I got both y'all in me, you know what I'm saying? And coming up, my mom, a white mom, when my dad left, she didn't know what the hell to cook mixed kids. It ain't funny. You try eating chitlins and meatballs. She ain't know what the hell to do with her hair. She didn't know what to do with her hair. All she knew was black people use curl activator and white people use mousse. Being white, she thinks she's smart. She gonna mix them together. Spraying on her hair. We walking around with some stiff ass Jerry curls. Niggas in the hood ain't even want to play football with us. They like, nah, that nigga got on helmets right now. They got on helmets. You're not playing no football with them. You know, and it was just crazy because being mixed, I had to experience both types of churches. I had to experience both types of churches. White churches and black churches. You know, and white churches are so calm. You know, you got deer walking in the background. Bunny rabbits jumping on the altar and everything. It's just so calm, you know what I'm saying? But in black churches, it's like Soul Train almost. You know, there's a lot of shouting and dancing, you know, and it's like when I was there, I was kind of tripping a little bit, you know, because the pastor came up to me and he was like, he said, if you want a blessing, do you tithe? You got to tithe. And I was like, well, my mama washed the clothes. I don't know what the hell detergent she using. It could be all temperature cheer. I don't know what she using. But you know, it just feel good out here because, like I said, I can relate with both races. And one thing, you ever notice that with white people, that they get to see things that black people don't get to see? Yeah. Like UFOs. They get to see Sasquatches and mermaids and Loch Ness monsters. It's like they don't come out for us. They're like, and I'm going to say us, white people. Don't get mad because majority rules, so I'm all black tonight, okay? I'm all black tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't sit there. You know, if it was an all-white club, then I'm real sorry tonight. You know, I jump on whatever side I'm at. That's what I do. If I'm in a bank trying to get a loan, I'm white, okay? But you know, we came up, you know, and my mom, she ended up remarrying, and she got with another black dude. You know, so I realized once you go black, you don't go back. I realized that. My mom, I learned it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? So my stepdad was black, but he was cheap as hell. Cheap as hell. You know what I'm saying? We used to be like, hey stepdad, you think we could go out to eat? He like, yeah, take these bologna sandwiches out on the porch. He was cheap as hell. He come up to us like, look, hey, put your coats on. We all excited like, stepdad, where we going? He like, nowhere, the gas got cut off. Crazy, I know. But you know, I got kids and everything. Everybody got kids by applause? Like, got kids and you love your kids, you know what I'm saying? Because kids is crazy, you know? My kids, my ex-wife, she's black. So technically, doing the math, my kids is 3/4 black, 1/4 white. For all the mathematicians. So, you know, my kids, you know, I'm from Youngstown, I'm from the hood. My kids one day was like, yo, hey dad, I noticed when you with your friends, y'all call each other the N-word. Is it okay if we say that? And I'm like, you know, y'all 3/4 black. I said, you know what? You can say it, but just say it around me. Don't say it around nobody else, okay? They was like, all right, dad. You know, so like 2 months went past, and we at the playground. And you know, when you got kids, you got to try to bribe them to do anything you want to do. I'm like, look, y'all, hey, hurry up, we gotta go. I gotta have y'all back to your mom at 7:30, or she's gonna be tripping. Right. So I said, look, hurry up and get in the car, and I'm gonna get y'all some candy. So they was like, all right, they hurried up, got all the swings and everything. You know, we jump in the car, driving down the street, and I feel a tap on my shoulder, and my son said, where the candy at, nigga? And I was like, I said, you know what, we shouldn't be saying that word. We should, because he used it in perfect context. He used it, because I did forget his candy. I forgot his candy. So I couldn't even trip, you know? And then his mom called me up. You know, they both, you know, I got twins. She called me up like, listen, you know what your kids just did? And fellas, you'll notice whenever your kids do something wrong, it's just your kids. It's like no longer ours no more. I'm like, well, what'd they do? She like, look, I was having cable hooked up, and he was taking a long time, and they was jumping on the couch talking about, hurry up, nigga. And she was like, the crazy part was, the cable man was white. And she just sitting there like, I don't know what to tell them. Did they learn that from you? I'm like, nah, I wouldn't even tell them to say that word. I wouldn't even say that. But you know, like when you got kids, you gotta really watch what you do. You know, because your kids are like sponges. Anything you do, they're gonna imitate it. Whether you drink, whether you smoke, whether you gamble, they're gonna watch what you do, you know? And I didn't realize that. You know, because I played the lottery a little bit, you know, and it's like I knew it's a bad habit that I have that I shouldn't be doing. And, you know, when they were young, I said, man, these cats don't know what I'm doing. You know, so I went on here, boom, 7:30 rolling around. I got to get my numbers in, even though they here with me. I'm like, they won't notice. Pull up the drive-thru, play my numbers and everything else. And I didn't realize the effect it had on them until one time I took them to a fair and they got lost. And I couldn't find where they was at. You know, I'm panicking. I'm like, where's my kids? You know, and all of a sudden they call over the thing, Brian Teague. We have your kids at the information booth. Brian Teague, your lost kids are at the information booth. And I'm tripping because I'm going through a divorce at that time, so that looks real bad on a custody issue that I've lost my kids. So I get up there, I said, listen, I said, okay, I'm glad y'all found my sons, but y'all did not have to put me on blast over the damn intercom that my kids is lost. Y'all didn't have to do that. They was like, calm down, Mr. T. We asked them what your number was, and they told us 330 straight for $1. And I was like, damn. And I looked at my other son, I'm like, really? He was like, yeah, Daddy, I told him to will it too. and I couldn't be mad, because that's my number. That's my number, you know what I'm saying? So after seeing that, I'm like, you know what? I shouldn't be doing that, you know. But listen, on a serious note, I'm always here to give special messages to people. There's some things out here that's from the devil, created by the devil to bring us down. You know what I'm saying? By applause. Y'all agree with me? Y'all believe in God and the devil did it? Yeah, like payday loans. Anybody ever been there? It's like, you be doing bad, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you be like, you know what, I do want to sell drugs, but then I don't because I'm light-skinned and I know I won't do good in prison. It'd be bad news for me. So, you know, I go to the payday loans, I really don't want to go there, and I'm there. And I'm like, you know what, they try to front on you all the time, you know, because when you see somebody walking in that you know, you try to play it off like you're looking at the DVDs. You know, and you asking the lady like, yo, hey, how much is this 300 DVD, this movie? And she's like, that's a coincidence, 300? That's about how much you borrow all the time from us. But look, what I'm going to do is talk about one last thing as far as sex goes. Last thing about sex. Y'all enjoy sex? Everybody enjoy sex? You enjoy it, yeah, you enjoy it. That's how we got kids, you know. But the thing about it is, fellas, you ever get drunk and you're real drunk, and you ever notice when you're drunk you feel like you're the greatest lover in the world? You know, and you start kissing on your woman all over her, and you kissing on her breast. And fellas, you ever accidentally kiss around her breast and accidentally lick some deodorant? And you just stop, and she knows something is wrong. And she's like, what's wrong? You like, nothing. And because your tongue just go like numb instantly. You know, she's like, what's wrong, baby? You like, nothing. But the other bit, I think I did from the other bit. I think that's what I did. But you know, like I said, you with your woman, and you start thinking of that love scene when the man picks up the woman while he's making love to her. You start thinking that, you're like, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that. And you with her, and you kissing her, you know, in that movie scene, you know, you pick her up while you making love to her. And then you realize how heavy she is. And you didn't realize that woman in the movies only weighed like 130. Your woman weighed like Ray Lewis. And the thing about it, fellas, is when you pick her up and you don't realize your woman done busted her head on the coffee table, now you got a thing on call the ambulance. And when you call the ambulance at 2 in the morning, talking about my woman's head is bleeding, that ambulance is going to be escorted by the cops. Definitely. And the cops roll up, you know, and you're sitting there and they're like, well, what the hell happened? You know, while you in the back of the police car, and you asking the cop, like, you ever seen that movie scene when you pick up the woman? And on my last thing, as far as pubic areas, make sure y'all shave all of that down. This is like 2016.
For real, man. I'm gonna get out of here, man. But I gotta tell y'all this, man. I'm old school. I don't know how many of y'all in here is old school, but I'm old school. I'm old school to the T. You know what I'm saying? I got kids, I got nieces, I got nephews. You know what I'm saying? And I watch them, you know, all the time. And so I'm watching them this particular day. You know what these kids had the nerve to do, my man? They challenged my old schoolness. They said, Uncle Tom, why don't you come out here? Play with us. I said, you know what? I'm too old to be playing with some goddamn kids, but I'm gonna smoke this blunt and I'm gonna come outside and I'm gonna play with y'all badasses. So I went on ahead and I kept my promise, right? So I went outside. I'm from the 90s, so I had to do what we did in the 90s. You know what we did? We played goddamn hide and go seek. So you know what I told them? I said, I'm the dish here, since I'm old school, everybody put your feet in. So we put our feet in, and I went on around the circle. I said, bubblegum, in a dish. How many pieces do you wish? They was like, what? Uncle Tom got bars. I said, oh yeah? Well, let's see if this rap catch y'all. I said, ooga booga black booga ooga ooga out. They was like, what? So I did it again, but I used my Rick Ross voice. I was like, ooga booga black booga ooga ooga out. Ooga booga black booga ooga ooga out. They was like, Uncle Tom got bars. So I said, okay, that's 2 raps. Let me hit y'all with this last one I hit him. But I said, oh shit. Here it comes. My mother and your mother was hanging up close. My mother sucked your mother in the nose. What color was the blood? You know what they said?